Now to fire watch coverage tonight. The entire town of Vantage in central Washington had to be evacuated last night as wildfire flames got dangerously close. Interstate 90 closed in both directions for much of the day. But tonight the situation is much better. I-90 is open again and those level 3 mandatory evacuation orders have been knocked down to a level 2. That's to be ready to leave at a moment's notice. The fire continues to burn tonight near Vantage on the west side of the Columbia River. We have KXLY14 coverage from Vantage tonight. Caroline Rourke spoke to people who were able to evacuate. We begin with Jack Ferris live from the scene with the latest on that fire and the story of two people not from central Washington who did not get much sleep last night. Jack?
Right, Nadine, and we'll get to that in just a second. But first, a little more information on the fire is called the Ryegrass Coulee Fire. It started right around 11 o'clock last night, and the cause still currently under investigation. And as you can imagine, 60-mile-an-hour winds and dry grass, not a great combination for a wildfire. It got a lot of first responders across the state out of bed early, and it gave a long night for locals and campers alike.
And about 1 o'clock in the morning, all I could smell was smoke.
Southern California native Enid Lind is in the middle of a solo cross-country excursion with her two dogs. Monday night was not her idea of a relaxing road trip.
About 2 o'clock in the morning, and I really hadn't even gone to sleep. I had a big knock on the door, and it was a police officer telling me, have you looked out your window? And I was like, yeah, but I hadn't looked in a little while. He said, well, you're in a stage 3 evacuation zone right now. And I said, okay.
After going over a plan, Enid had the officer's blessing to stay on the west bank of the Columbia through the night, while fire roared to her north, south, and west. At the same time, the day was just starting for one Spokane County firefighter.
We got the call at 2 o'clock this morning to come in and assist Fire District 4 in Kittitas Valley Fire. Went state mobilization, and I was part of the incident management team that ended up coming in on this fire.
Thanks to swift interagency cooperation, I-90 was closed as the fire swept through the valley just west of the Vantage Bridge. Fortunately, the Ryegrass Coulee Fire stuck mostly to grasslands, claiming just one outbuilding. Hatley credits the excellent communication between state officials.
Working with State Patrol, Department of Transportation, other fire agencies, and the State Fire Marshal, and then to come in here and to transition as seamlessly as it was this morning, it was very positive.
Well, thanks to the swift work of first responders, Monday night is just a story for one camper to pass on to her friends.
Oh, I had some fun. Like I said, being from California, this is kind of deja vu for me.
So again, Nadine, at last estimation, fire officials tell us an estimated 1,600 acres have burned here on the west side of the Columbia River in Vantage. And the fact that only one outbuilding was lost is truly a success story for first responders. From Vantage, Jack Ferris, KXLY4 News.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. Thanks for that, Jack.